Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by to check out my latest video. And today I'm here with the hashtag Little Bits of Lace 2024, started by Corey Dahman here on YouTube. I do have her video linked below in the description box, and I also have links for all of my videos on this series that I've been doing, and also all the ideas listed too separately. So if you guys are interested in that, please open up the description box to check it out. And today I'm here with a final project share of the journal that I've been working on. I made an envelope flip journal and then added in all of my different ideas for using up little bits of lace. And I have to say it's very chunky. At the whole total series, I ended up with 35 different ideas I could use in my journal. So this is full of at least 35 different ideas on using up little bits of lace. And I really love how my idea journal turned out. I'm really excited about it, and it's just going to be fun to be able to flip through it, you know, as I need inspiration for how to use up little bits of lace. And I do have to say I'm looking forward to watching some of the other videos that are out there. I've watched a few, but I got kind of behind on some of them. And I do have a tassel right here. I'm not going to talk about every last thing in the journal because I feel like I have this series out there. So there are different episodes on each of the elements that I made. And so I'm not going to talk about everything. I will probably point out a couple of things. I feel like if I were to talk about everything that's in here, we would probably be here for several hours, and I don't want to talk for that long. But I did have a fun time making this journal, and I really enjoyed everybody that kind of followed along and left different comments for me as I was working on the different series. So I do appreciate that. So thank you everybody for all of you that left comments. And on this one I did end up, I was going to use this as my cover, but I kind of made it as maybe a floating cover or a detachable cover. It's more of a protection type cover. And then here's the actual envelope flip journal that I created with a signature in the middle of it. And there's still room right here so I could still add somebody's idea if I find somebody that had another idea that I hadn't thought about for using in a journal. And there's all sorts of fun little ideas in here. You know, there's using tags and different things, toppers and different things in the journal for using up little bits of lace. But everything should have some sort of little bits of lace on it. And again, for me, I was defining my little bits of lace as anything 12 inches or under, just because I work a lot with lace, and so I always end up with a ton of different scraps. So that was kind of my understanding for the little bits of lace in this journal. If you do have specific questions, feel free to ask me, and it's helpful if, like, you can tell me, like, if it's something specific that you're wondering about, like if it's like 2 minutes into the video or 3 minutes into the video. That's helpful for me if you do have questions and you can't figure out like what video that I might have talked about it originally or something like that. Again, please ask questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. I don't get to questions sometimes. I usually sit through my YouTube channel and I answer questions and comments and stuff, you know, probably once or twice a month. So I don't do it every day, but I do get to everybody's comments. So just be patient and I will eventually get to you. Again, it was an envelope flip journal. And so the outer side is envelope flips and then the middle is pages. I did use, the main kit that I used in here was from My Porch Prints, and it was like, she had like a, if I remember to, I'll link it below. It was when she had like an extra rose kit or something that had all the extra pieces in it, and so I used a lot of those. There are a couple miscellaneous digitals. I do know I used a couple of Lorna Taylor's, who's tailor-made journals on Etsy, and so, you know, lots of different lace on these different things, different pockets. So I will try and link those videos also in the description box along with all the other ones that I've talked about. I also have a video on how I assembled the envelope flip part if you guys are interested in that part. Usually my journals are chunky, but not quite this chunky. But I did want everything, all my ideas in one journal, so I chose to make it chunky on purpose. And there are a few little spots that have things that are, you know, I could still add to if I wanted to. Some of these just are blank, I guess. I don't need to probably pull out all of the empty journal cards. I didn't put, there's a few spots that I didn't put journal cards in just because I was getting so chunky that I didn't add stuff to it. One of my little favorite belly bands that I created. And again, this one has a little flip on in the extra part of that one. So in this one it has a pocket on the top with little lace embellishment that we created. Little sampler card. You know, in the video series I had all sorts of fun little paper clips that I made. For all of you guys watching, you'll have to let me know, like, did you guys create your own little journals too for little bits of lace, or have you just been doing, you know, adding little bits of lace ideas to random journals as you've been creating them? I'm just kind of curious. I know I use a lot of lace in my journals, but it was fun to have all of my different ideas in one specific journal. Again, I don't know that I'll do another journal that has every single idea like this in it because it's just so chunky. You know, some things are just kind of awkward angles for me to get some stuff back in. So now we're kind of to the middle of it where it just the paper signature, not the envelope flip. And again, there was stuff that I could have added more, but I didn't. You know, there's some lace there as a attachment. You know, there's lace. You know, some of these are just blank, you know, some of them do have lace on different aspects of it. Kind of a fun little heart pocket there. Oops, and again, I have little notes on some of these left over from when I did it on my series. Sometimes I numbered things so that I remembered to make sure I included it in the different videos that I had. So I hope this is also a good thing that I'm going through it with you guys, looking at it just to see if I left any little sticky notes behind. Another fun one, this was Lorna Taylor's digital that I made some paper clips that I added. So you can see her, since her images are mirror images, they pair nicely together to back up each other. This one was like a little journal card that you could take off, a little page hugger, and then you could journal on the inside of that one. Again, that was the back side. hopefully I'm staying on camera. I've been trying, you know, when I start looking at things, you know, that was a fun little garland thing that we created. I just get excited looking at it too, that I sometimes move the journal around a little bit. You know, on that side there was a kind of like a little bookmark that can be moved. I remember when I made this, these are something that I remember making. I don't know if you guys made these also when you were in school, when you were younger. I remember making these when I was pretty little, those corner bookmarks. But it's fun to add it into a journal. You know, another paper clip, and this pulls off the top. You know, a little scrappy pad, page hugger. It just kind of depends upon what you want to call it there. Page hugger, scrappy pad. You know, another fun paper clip that we made in this series. And I use that to hold the couple different, a tag and a journal card in there. So again, kind of a look at it when it's attached, I guess. Of course, nothing ever goes in the way you want it to go in nicely when you're on camera, so then it's you know, here was, we talked about using knots or bows. You know, using lace to make little knots, embellishments, and bows, little labels. Another paper clip. You know, little cluster, paper and lace cluster. Journal card with lace on it. Just kind of a basic paper clip with lace on it. Some lace up at the top. You know, another little tab with some lace and another little paper clip embellishment on the side. Again with lace on it. Another little scrappy edge with lace. That was kind of a fun one to do. And this paper clip was just in there extra. That wasn't supposed to be part of it. That was just when I was attaching the book together that I had that, so that that didn't get sewn in where I didn't want to. But a little flip, lace flip. You know, some of my pages don't have anything on them. And I probably should have taken those out when I put the journal together, but I like a chunky journal. Another pretty little paper clip that we made. Little altered guest check. We also added lace to some different things behind them, kind of as a, you know, a window. Very pretty on that one. This one pulls out with, you know, there's lace in that envelope, and then it flips open, and then this is open to add something if I need to, but a belly band, again with different journal cards with lace, but the belly band had some lace on it too. We're almost done. Like I said, you know, I'm not talking about everything, just trying to get through it here. So this is the back part of the envelope flips. A cluster that we made, a paper and lace cluster, and that opens up. Little heart embellishment. There is a pocket up here. I didn't add anything. Here's a cute little one that we decorated. I didn't add anything to this one either, but it does flip open. And then this one, there's a envelope with a journal tag. Little label there. There's also some little banner pieces here. Again, I didn't add anything underneath that one. This one does have lace on it. I don't know if that one will show up on the camera very well. So then that flips open, and then there's a pocket. And I believe we used like a lace masterboard to make that pocket, but then we added this embellishment, or I added this embellishment to it. And there's just a little lace heart that I decorated to go in there with scrappy bits. A really pretty lace window on this one. I love doing that one. That one was really fun, and I know it's kind of tough to see with the glare, but that one was fun. You can maybe see it better on the back side. There's still some spots up there to journal on, and then I made it into a pocket with a journal card in it. And then that flips this way, so we're almost to the end. Another little flip out here with lace on it and some extra bits. Some journal cards that have some lace on it. And then here's another little journal card that I used, probably the lace masterboard to make that one also. And then added a label that I'd use some lace underneath it, so I added to that one. Or it was an index card, I guess. But journal card, index card, kind of the same thing. Then here's another little flip out. This is a pocket here if I need it to be, and I have a little embellishment here on the side, a little attached embellishment with some lace on it. That's really fun. You can kind of see it on both sides when you flip it. Another little journal card, and then I could add a journal card in here too, but there's nothing in that one right now. Another belly band that I made out of a snippet roll. So this whole thing here is a snippet roll made out of lace, and then some other embellishments. And then a little Franken tag with some lace on it. So that was kind of fun. And I think that's everything for, you know, kind of a quick go through of it. Like I said, if I talked about every last detail of the lace on it, we'd be here forever. And if you are interested in more specific stuff, I do have that whole video series. There's a ton of videos out there for different ideas, and I do tutorials with all of them, so you can learn how to do each thing if you are interested in that. Again, on this little cover, I'll hold this part up closer so you guys can kind of check it out. I did this when I was working on the cover, but on one of the things I talked about making little snippet flowers, so that was a pretty little lace snippet flower we made. I did add this wedding gown sleeve as a pocket, but all the background parts on this are all like scrap lace. This wasn't, but all these pieces are. And then underneath here too, they were all random pieces, but a lot of that got covered, which happens sometimes. So again, I just wanted to thank everybody so much for watching my video series, and thank you again so much for watching my little walkthrough of my little bits of lace journal. I really enjoyed it. So Corey, if for some reason you're watching this video, thank you again for the challenge. It was really fun to use up some of my lace in this journal, and I hate to say it, but I still have lots of leftover lace. But I do so many projects with lace that it's kind of hard not to come up with lots of scrap lace. So I'll continue to use it on different projects. But again, thank you everybody so much for watching. And also, for those of you, if you were taking part in this series and you have some videos out there yourself, if you have some different lace ideas that I might not have forgot about, will you please leave me a comment? And then maybe give me the title of your video or a link to your video just so I can go and watch it, because I would love to do that. So again, thank you everybody so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting.